cast and so on and so forth.
All right, it looks like we're going to be going into the game. So John Hopkins was only defeated in the second semester in the spring season. They were
Okay.
3-4, and they're a top seed. And Cornell did beat them up. Or sorry, was that Georgia Tech? That was Cornell. Yeah, did beat them up in the first half of the season. So while we're here, we have a patch. We are on 7.12, right?
Yes.
There's not a lot to the patch. We can say most of the heroes that we expected to get nerfed got minor nerfs, small nerfs, nothing huge. Most of the heroes that didn't see a lot of plays or felt that they had problems got buffs. And the most exciting one, hit me with it, Golgi.
Pangolier is now in Captain's mode, so
Pangolier.
only hero that's not in Captain's mode is good old Techies.
Techies classic.
Techies classic. That hero doesn't exist. He's like a bonus character, a joke character, you know, like in fighting games, like Dan or whatever. in Street Fighter. That's what he is. He's a joke character nobody plays, and they're completely unusable in competitive. So Omni Knight got banned here. He was actually hit with quite a big nerf, I think.
Yeah, it's a big nerf, but only the one. Omni Knight has seen nerf after nerf, cast ranges, mana costs, cast ranges, all that stuff. And it was another mana cost nerf, this one, right? On Repel?
Yeah, mana cost more expensive every level now. Yeah, he's like the new Darkseer. Tiny, another hero we just see banned here. He got nerfed.
Speaking of Darkseer, he got buffed a bunch.
Yeah, huge buffs. But like Tiny got nerfed in that he lost an entire 1 health regen per second, base health regen, which is quite a big because it went down from 2.5 to 1.5, and that adds up quite a bit during your time in the lane, especially if you're running Tiny in the off lane. Like you need every little bit of like sustain you can get to be able to like stick in there.
It's something we've talked about.
Hurt his off lane a little bit.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about before, right? Is the thing that you see most commonly in effective laners, regardless of their lane, is a high HP regen.
Yeah, HP regen, good auto attacks, and armor are usually the traits of like very powerful, at least when it comes to supports, right? That can really win the lane for you. So I mean, Shadow Shaman that gets banned, you know, he definitely checks those boxes. Maybe not the armor, but you know, insanely powerful auto attacks and you know, and good move speed and all those things that can help you win the lane.
No Pangolier ban. Are we gonna see it here, Golgi?
Oh, I'll be excited, but maybe they won't want to first pick it. It's not as flexible as Dark Willow, who was what we saw a lot banned in the first week she was in. She of course got nerfed now. Yeah, she's a lot more flexible. A Pangolier I think is a lot more rigid. You want to be a little bit more specific on who you pick Pangolier against. And he can be countered easily as well. Like, for example, like Bloodseeker is like pretty hilarious.
Yeah, he's rolling around.
Yeah, you can't use your ulti.
Tusk, what was he hit by? I believe mana cost increase on shards, as well as, or was it cooldown? Mana cost, I think.
I can't remember. I won't be surprised if he got a hit. I can't remember reading it. I'm actually just gonna check it out.
He was definitely hit. I expected this very much.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a mana cost increase. Georgia Tech picking very quickly, gonna go straight for the Jakira, the Underlord. They're gonna have a lot of early pushing potential with this lineup so far. Underlord obviously is just gonna be stable in his lane, doing whatever he needs to do. And then Jakiro buys you a lot of space for pushing towers. Very powerful support as well right now. And then, you know, once Underlord takes his tower, or if he just gets the itchin to get out of his lane, they can group up and really put some pain around the map.
Yeah, it's okay. Tusk got hit with just Ice Shard cooldown nerfs. It's just 2 seconds longer. Yeah, 2 seconds longer than available, which makes sense. He needs to be hit with a little bit. I didn't think he was too overpowered, and I like to see Tusk in the meta because he can do so many interesting things. So, yeah, this is a very agreeable nerf.
Yeah, I think Tusk has been my absolute favorite part of the last couple patches.
Yeah, he never also feels like too broken, right? You know he's good, but he's not like, you know, pull your hair frustrating because like the guy takes a lot of skill, you know, landing those shards correctly and creatively. It takes a lot of skill and being positioning and, you know, knowing when to use your snowball safely and stuff like that. He's just a very exciting roamer to watch.
Important to note, Death Prophet, who was like a pretty common pick, as expected, she also got some nerfs. Still will get banned here though, because we're not sure These teams obviously have not had the time to feel out what effect that has had on her. Spirit Siphon charges take longer to restore at the lower levels, going up to even at level 4. And then Silence mana cost has been increased. So she'll less often be able to just drop Siphon Bombs when she's getting ganked.
Yeah.
But her overall strengths and stuff that makes her a good laner are still there. So
I would say so, because Spirit Siphon I think is what makes her a good laner. It makes her like impossible to gank, and is really good to gank for because she can dive towers with the Spirit Siphon. And the fact that Spirit Siphon's cooldown went up by 15 seconds at the early levels, like that is huge when it comes to her like laning potential. And like, you know, whenever you use a charge, like it's going to be on cooldown for a very long time. Like just 60-second cooldown on it, and that's like an ultimate duration cooldown, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that that they need to be a lot more conscious of.
Yeah, if you're gonna play Death Prophet, you need to be a lot more reserved in your use of Spirit Siphons.
Yeah, exactly.
The build order, does she get multiple levels in Spirit Siphon right now? I assume she does.
Yeah, what I usually see is 1 point. The first point usually goes to Spirit Siphon, and then she takes 2 points into Crypt Swarm, and then from there it varies. If you want to really win the lane, you can go max Spirit Siphon at that point, so 2-0-4, or you can go 4-0-2, depending on if you push the lane more.
So it sounds like this is going to force a lot more points into Spirit Siphon to regain. Oh well, so you can regain the loss of cooldown.
That's very true.
With more points, so it's it's more of a choice now, much more of a choice now.
No, actually, that's a good point.
So here's something I love. We saw this on Tuesday. The Faceless Void with the Slardar. Slardar dropping hazes inside of the Chrono makes Faceless melt people.
Yeah, it's Faceless can be a risky pick for the exact reason, right? It's that that guy, if you don't have enough support or ways to, you know, keep him safe with his Chronosphere, it kind of puts him in an awkward spot where he needs to catch certain people within his Chronosphere to be safe.
Jakiro Underlord, they have a lot of great spells to put inside of this Chronosphere as well.
Yeah. Corrosive Haze, great spell as well.
Do you think they're going to be very strong outside of the Chrono Golgi? Do you think they need something else that doesn't make him as cooldown independent or dependent?
Honestly, I love Slardar when it comes to stuff like that. He fills kind of that gap of kind of constantly pushing the pace. He doesn't depend on cooldowns at all he needs to Blink Dagger, and he also got a substantial buff this patch.
Huge buff.
Sprint no longer it makes you take increased damage, which means you can just like use it off cooldown every single time, right? You don't have to worry about, okay, I'm going to be fighting here, probably don't want to pop it. You just pop it like Facebook, just pop it, you know?
Yeah, that's actually crazy. That is such a big buff. Because that's kind of one of the things is it was very hard to use that effectively, especially if you're trying to initiate a fight or something like that, and you need the extra move speed to initiate the fight. A lot of times what you'll see is that's still active, and the starter just gets blown up after getting the Crush and Haze out, and then he's not really a factor in the fight after that. Maybe his team comes in and wins, but the starter, that was his only contribution. He can do a lot more now.
Yeah, it made him so really momentum heavy, right? Either you crush a team fight, pardon my pun, either you crush a team fight or you just get blown up, you get counter initiated, but you know, or you have to have, you know, those 4 staffs, you have to blink in, force your staff out, and then blink in again when your cooldowns are up. That's kind of how Slardar used to play, but now with this like buff to Guardian's Sprint means that he can just stay in the fight and slug it out, kind of like a Night Stalker. You'll have more presence in the fight and maybe get more of those bashes going because he'll chase people down with the sprint.
Now, Cornell, they've got pretty good sustainable fight outside of big cooldowns. Obviously, you want to be able to fight with your Brewmaster one, but let's say they absolutely don't have it. They still have a lot. Ice Blast will be reliably off cooldown, and Juggernaut can just face fight people, so... it'll be on Cornell right now to make a lot happen while the Chrono is down for Georgia Tech, unless Georgia has a big answer here, someone that can fight pretty much no matter what. Quap.
Cornell also might want to pick up someone that can do some damage to the Chronosphere, because currently only thing Faceless Void is kind of afraid of is Ancient Person Ice Blast, and I guess Brewmaster's Drunken Haze is annoying, but you know, otherwise it's not like he has any threats.
If Cornell doesn't pick it, Georgia Tech takes Quap here, right? I mean, palling around with a Slardar, throwing them into Chronos? Throwing waves into Chronos?
Tinker's a good pick though for Cornell.
Yeah, blind up Faceless Void while he's in his Chrono.
Yeah, and Faceless Void can't really do much inside March of the machines either.
10 seconds remaining.
And with the Juggernaut Brewmaster, fighting up in the front, that means
5
Tinker should be able to be
remaining.
safe in the back. And of course, Faceless Void is going to have to catch Tinker, split pushing lane or something before he needs to do anything. So Tinker kind of forces Faceless Void's hand and forces him to play a certain way.
I don't know. What do you think Georgia Tech needs here for their mid? What's going to really polish out their team?
You said Co-op. I think Co-op is alright. Co-op has a blink. That means she can jump on a Tinker, can jump on the Ancient Apparition. Of course, can contribute a lot to damage to Faceless Void. So, at the very least, I think that was a solid suggestion. A lot of the other mids have been banned. Storm Spirit has been banned. Death Prophet banned.
Shadow Fiend, OD,
Shadow Fiend, yeah.
Ray. Most of them, yeah.
Most have been banned.
Viable mids are pretty slim here. Georgia Tech's taken a while to think about it. They're probably thinking about the QoP as well, but just wondering if there's anything that they're not considering yet. Zeus got a couple buffs.
QoP, they are really heavy magic damage right now, though. They're super heavy magic damage. But they go for the QoP anyways. Yeah, good call.
I didn't see what other option they really had.
I agree. I think it would be nice if they can pick something physical like Dragon Knight maybe, but
Dragon Knight wouldn't have been bad. Yeah, they would have even better pushing. And his ultimate is not down that long, not like a Chronosphere.
Yeah, but like old Dragon Knight contributes to physical damage. It's not like you pick Dragon Knight ever for his damage, right?
True.
Yeah, so yeah, if they were down, Kill Pain was probably the right choice. Pipe is going to be very good here for Cornell. Even Faceless Void, a lot of his damage is from magic as well. And of course, Slardar is going to be supported, so he won't be dishing out much damage at all. Here we go.
Alright, so it is going to be Georgia Tech here on the Radiant as a league game. We love introducing these players.
Prepare for battle.
On Faceless Void, it's going to be Mr. Jake. Queen of Pain will be played by Scar. Got something genuine on the Underlord. Jakiro will have our pal Mushroom. And finally, Billy the Anti-Bully on Slardar, which seems incorrect because Slardar is an absolute bully.
But I love the message he's trying to spread. Over on the other side, we have Embers playing the Tinker. Got Cakes playing the Juggernaut. We have Ergonomics on the Ancient Apparition. Going to be Solar on the Brewmaster is going to be rolling right onto Mr. Jake along with his buddy Rabish playing the Tusk. Or Rabbitish.
So their first blood attempt will only catch a Faceless Void, which is unfortunate because he can get out of there very quickly and does so.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of came in at the awkward angle, or rather that Georgia Tech came in at the correct angle there to be able to cover themselves without too much risk. They might have been able to roll to Mushroom, but Mushroom was so close to his tower, I think he was safe as well. Because it was, of course, a first level snowball.
The battle begins.
If it was a first level Ice Shard, maybe they could have trapped the Jakiro with the trees.
Yeah.
So it's going to be just an even split of these bounty runes. Of course, these are the new bounty runes, which gives 200 gold split between your team at the start of the game. We have Billy the Anti-Bully doing a little off-lane pull for his Underlord on the top. Which, didn't even need it because they were blocking it.
Oh, well, he gets to pull a little bit of it.
Yep. Misses one. It's gonna be fine.
Tusk is hanging out in the mid, not able to do anything just yet. They'll have hard gank potential because they're roamer mainly in the Tusk. He's gonna have shards. They're gonna have to catch Queen of Pain incorrectly using her blink or having the blink on cooldown already.
Yeah. Yeah, Quinn was a good pick for that reason as well, but right now getting harassed quite a bit by that laser, getting a lot of last hits denied as well. Tinker just being an annoying Tinker. It's so interesting to see both teams having a proper roamer this game. We've been kind of missing this for a little bit. You know, kind of slaughter our heroes because of that bounty nerf, where they can't really find the XP anymore. Actually, they're gonna be rolling the top.
Yeah, here we go. Spin up onto something genuine. Something genuine trying to make his way away. Slaughter's gonna be in the back. Gets a crush onto Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition could be in some trouble. Underlord is gonna be just fine. Slaughter not able to get the kill onto Ancient Apparition, so both teams just backing up.
So genuine, very tanky on the Underlord. He has plenty of tangos to chew through. Of course, if Tusk had a level 2 that had the ice shards, they could have maybe turned it into a kill. But of course, only level 1 right now. He's level 2. He's gotta be careful. Ice shards actually does come out on Underlord.
Comes through. Something genuine's not super scared right now. He's gonna eat his way through the trees, make it out. He's got. Oh no, they're gonna be able to get the stun, and then another spin. Something genuine just tries to fight it up with Cornell, claiming the first blood. Yeah, that was a quick level 2 immediately into shards.
Yeah, he should have been looking for that, because obviously Ravtish was just waiting for the ice shards level 2, as we were saying, and as soon as he got that, it will just boom, perfect ice shards, and Underlord couldn't do anything and just got trapped under the tower.
Solar obviously been quite annoying with his drunken haze on Mr. Jake, who's trying to.
Oh, mid lane actually, Ember's Scar diving deep into him.
Very close, but not quite. He's actually gonna have to TP out of here. See how deep that he went.
Yeah.
So this is gonna buy Tinker a lot of space and time, and that's one thing you don't want to give a Tinker this early.
Yeah. And Queen of Pain's just going to farther fall behind the CS. Look at the CS right now. 4-3 for Queen of Pain, 15 and 8 for Tinker. Not even close right now.
Kill up on the top. It's gonna be the Slaughter getting caught by an ice shard. Something genuine trying to make his way away. They've got a snowball. No, not for another 4 seconds. Genuine will be just fine.
This offlane so far is not working out for Georgia Tech. Sardar still level 1. He would love to get that level 2 for the upgraded Guardian Sprint. But, you know, no bounty rooms now anymore. No XP from that. You gotta actually earn your XP. And it's not like this is necessarily, this is going bad for their safe lane as well, because obviously Jake is just kind of almost 1v1ing the Brewmaster. Jakiro is kind of around, but not really. So, which means even Faces Void is losing out on CS against the Brewmaster.
Yeah, Mushroom is doing as much as he can with Dual Breath and Liquid Fire, but since Jake is just getting hazed up constantly, he can't really contribute at all to force Solar out.
Yeah. It's definitely not an off lane that you will be going against. It's almost any safe laner will be going against that. Yeah, just you can just see him just man fighting Mr. Jake, and then Jake can't do anything about it.
They're bringing Slardar in, but Solar's already quite far away. Solar ran through the creep wave, so he knows that he's here. He's going to be back up for a while, and hopefully his team might try to make the most of this space while Slardar is out of the picture. Something genuine knows he can't show up in lane right now, especially when Slardar was sighted bottom.
Okay, Slardar does find the Brewmaster, but oh my, he's taking a lot of crits. Yeah, this Brewmaster is
Menace.
like level 5, yeah, versus these supports only level 2. He's not really afraid. At least the Underlord is getting some levels now. He's just hiding in the trees. Might be smart for Revitish to try to start hunt down Underlord. Underlord does get pinged out. He does show himself, so the supports do start moving immediately over to Underlord's position.
Yeah, here they go. They're gonna have a snowball available coming in. Here comes the spin as well. Body blocks up. Get him inside the shards, and the cold feet should be able to freeze him. There it goes. Gonna tick. Last hit going to the cold feet. Easy. Very good
mid lane,
job.
actually, Embers. He might tick down to this poison.
Dagger?
No,
No,
it's gonna
he's
be
gonna
just
make it.
fine.
Yeah, makes it to his fountain.
Dire's
I love
middle
what
tower
Cornell
is under
supports did
attack.
there. They rotated for runes. Actually, I don't even think it was for runes. They were hanging out right here in the mid, or kind of right here, and holding their position there. It looked like Scar,
I
they
think-
might have been able to get a kill on them, so they were waiting. They were hedging their bets, like, who are we going to get this kill on? The opportunity presented itself for Underlord, and they went.
Also, they thought, I think Underlord, they thought was jungling. So they went to check the jungle first, because Underlord was hiding in the trees, right? Just soaking up XP. And then they realized he was there, and he got pinged out immediately, and they turned it around. And of course, they warded his jungle, so as soon as he started jungling, Ancient Apparition coming in to steal some
Something
of the
genuine's
farm.
going to get caught inside this creep camp. Can't make it away from the cold feet. Yes, he can. Ooh, Rabbit and Ergonomics being little bullies to this guy.
Yeah. Well, bot lane, Solar getting body blocked up.
Yeah, he's going to eat the crush as well. Making his way back. They get a dual breath now. Ergonomics is here.
Tanky.
They don't have the damage to take him down, though.
Yeah. Face's Void was drunken hazed up the whole time, and he missed
So
everything.
annoying.
If they got a single bash, that was a kill. But I mean, the bash has 20% chance to hit, and you're missing like how many percent of the times? You're missing 70% of the time. And the 30% you hit, you have to hit the 20% to stun. It's just, yeah, that is yeah, you got to win the lottery there. Yeah, these lanes looking real strong right now for Cornell.
Alright, they're rotating here into the bottom. They want to see if they can get a kill onto Mr. Jake, but I'm pretty sure they're going to settle for Jakiro, knowing that they won't have the best opportunity. So here it goes, stun, snowball, Moostrom is now going to get shards up, clapped up. Moostrom, say goodbye, sir. And Solar even picking up the kill.
A good old
Big old
crit
crit.
coming up from her.
Oh, and
Well,
once
top.
again in the top, he's going to be able to find something genuine under the tower. Cornell,
Omni
Cakes,
Slash.
Cakes has Omni Slash. He's going to drop his healing rune, his healing ward. Billy the anti-bully's trying to
Use
clean it
this-
up. He's just fine.
He's
If
no
they can
mana.
get anyone here. All right, we've got Tinker coming in. Or Tinker Tusk is coming in. They won't be able to get anything more out of this. He cleans up both runes and gets himself to the shrine. Now Rabbit is also in the top, and they can return this with a kill maybe pretty quickly. Especially with Omni Slash up. If they catch Jakiro out, he's a dead boy.
Yeah. That single weird melee creep that chased him all the way into his jungle actually saved the Slardar from getting killed with the Omni Slash. And of course, just a little scary moment there. It's about sending the message, you know.
Yeah, I can kill you whenever I want.
But I'm just gonna let you live this time.
I'm too lazy to climb some steps right now.
Hey man, Tusk got like short legs, man. Don't blame him.
He's the walrus, you know? I ain't never seen a walrus climb no stairs.
Worlds doesn't even have supposed to have legs. They're supposed to have flippers, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not
roll in on the
actually a
bottom.
walrus.
On
Yeah.
top, I mean-
Alright, moving in. Here comes the Omni Slash. Brings the cakes with him. Here, you can have your cake and eat it too. Eat it, he did.
Yeah, I think that's one cake that you would definitely not want to eat. They're going to dive into Underlord as well. It's going to be a hard
Pretty
dive.
aggressively down. Oh, he's getting beat up a lot by the fire. There we go. Spin coming through, and the shard's completely blocked in under his own tower. These guys, how are you going to stop them?
Yeah, this is looking very grim here for Georgia Tech. I think they're way into this game, gotta be with the Faceless Boy, who did hit level 6 with the Corner Sphere, and they should make some kind of rotation to at least get one kill on the map here. Preferably on the Juggernaut, but that means there's gonna be Queen of Pain going against Ancient
Fighting
Apparition.
against
She's gonna get
Ancient
stunned.
Apparition. Yeah, she will get stunned, but gets the kill. Tusk not in position to do anything about it. Also, so I don't get flamed, Tusk is not actually a walrus. He probably just has some kind of polar bear or something. Maybe
Well, he
he's
says
walrus.
Warless Punch. His ultimate is Warless Punch, dude.
Right, but he's a predator of walruses, so that's how he kills them. He punches
Oh,
them with walrus
it's
punch.
like it's like clubbing walruses. That's what he's doing.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, it's a hunting maneuver.
The classic. Everyone knows the classic Inuit walrus punch.
And we're getting educated today.
Got a little bit of action in the bottom. Drunken Haze coming up, but they don't look like they're in any position to continue the chase. Just going to clean up the camp and head back. There's 3 heroes here.
Yeah. Chronosphere?
Here it goes. Oh, they just get the dagger out.
I don't know about that. I feel like they might could. I guess it is Brewmaster and he has full health. Yeah, never mind.
They've got something genuine here. He's out of his lane, so they should be looking to push and fight and do anything. It's level 3 Firestorm, so significant damage they would have been able to do to the Brewmaster. But yeah, maybe they just didn't feel confident. But I'm
head guard there as well with the Sonic Wave.
I'm personally, yeah, that as well. I'm personally a big fan of making sure that Chrono gets used often, especially in the early game.
Well, look at Cakes in the top.
Going aggressive off of Billy the anti-bully. Oh, Mr. Jake, there we go. Here goes the Chrono, but it's going to be on Juggernaut all by himself. Lucian comes in. They don't have the macro pyre or anything. Juggernaut is going to take a stun. Now another one bashed up. He's going to try and spin out, but doesn't have a TP, or he has a TP, just doesn't feel like he can get out. Doesn't take down Billy the anti-bully with him either, and something genuine going down, getting dove deep by the Panda in the bot.
That was way too close of a kill against that Juggernaut. I mean, that just shows you how ahead they are. Thankfully, they didn't manage getting that kill without losing any of their supports, but wow, that Juggernaut is a menace right now. He is going to complete his Battle Fury as well in about 500 gold. So,
Speaking of how ahead they are, the top 3 Cornell heroes claim the top 3 net worth spots.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they didn't get more money for the Juggernaut kill considering how they changed the formula for that.
Yeah, he's got the highest net worth here. I guess it is a pretty low net worth lead at this point of the game.
Yeah.
It's
But he's like
7K.
so far ahead compared.
Yeah, look at this net worth. 7K lead right now for Cornell at 12 minutes, 13 minutes. That's significant. Big fight coming in the bottom. Secrecy being in. Throwing some missiles. And here come the marches. Make sure they can't get themselves under this tower to defend. Cake's just going to slash away at it.
Marches the Quiet Knowing Scar is going to take a decent bit of damage from that as well.
Lucian using that liquid fire real nice to pull the creeps off the tower and make sure they can't continue the assault. They're buying themselves time, but I don't know if they want to fight here. This is what we call the Radiant Death Zone.
Yeah, they exactly do what you said. They're just buying time because meanwhile, Facing Void is farming up in the top lane while this is going on. So.
Ice Blast coming in. It's going to hit on the 2. There we go. Here comes the snowball as well. Billy the anti-bully is going to get hit. Immediately getting Walrus punched up and spun down on. Even finding the Jakiro in the back. Solar just going to crit him up. Both heroes getting taken down very quickly in the Radiant Death Zone. Scar all by himself. Will want to
Ergonomics just hit level 6 for the Ice Blast as well. So as soon as he hit level 6, he saw the opportunity, threw it, and you got 2 kills right out of it. That's like as good as it gets for an AA.
He's a happy AA. Getting some of the money from that will help him quite a bit too.
Yeah, but unfortunately he wasn't in range to take the money. He just gets the pride of the fact that he helped out. It was all the way in the mid lane. But he is getting to farm the mid lane, which is a great bounty for the low lane pushing 5.
A soldier's fortune.
Oh, and then he immediately gets found by Scar. Scar is going to dagger him up, chase him down. I don't think he has a way out of this. They're going to use the wave and he's going to take down. TP's coming in right now, but I don't think they have any way of getting Scar. Scar still has the blink available, just back to the safety of his high ground.
Net worth is growing farther right now due to some of the towers starting to be taken. Cakes also has finished his Battle Fury as well, so his farm is not going to stop anytime soon.
It is going to start rocketing, in fact.
Yeah. So right now, Mr. Jake is going for Battle Fury built on the Faceless Void. So that means they're going to look to kind of extend this game a little bit longer as well.
They
I
are
don't
going
know.
up against the Tinker, so that's a risky choice, but
Yeah.
I think that they want him to accelerate his next couple items and depend on the hazes, the macro pyres, and the sonic waves to come into the chrono. That's really what they're putting all their eggs into. So they're gonna have to make sure they play this extremely well and well coordinated together as a team. Scar's getting caught out. Here comes the Ice Blast into the Walrus Punch. Caught inside of the shards right now and just gets completely blown up.
One ice shard. Every single time Revit is just landing perfect ice shards time after time. And we're talking about how it's going to be hard to catch a Chrono Pain with the shards, but you just gotta make sure to bait out the bait, bait out the blink first. Blink out the bait.
Going now onto the tier 2 already. They've gotten themselves a chrono. It's going to catch 3. Here come the hazes. No! Slardar walks his butt into it. He gets stunned up a little bit. They're not able to generate any kills out of that. In fact, Faces Void has to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what Tinker does. I was saying Cornell should pick some range hero that can throw damage into the Chronosphere, and Tinker is the perfect choice. The laser prevented Face of Void from doing any kind of damage in there, and you know that March of the Machines also meant that the supports couldn't get close to be able to help out.
Yeah, the captain.
Billy.
Oh no, Billy is going up for a bounty rune, and instead he found 3 very hostile Cornell heroes. But yeah, so for Georgia Tech, they really need to play this together. With the builds that they're going, the hope that they have in this game is that they have to use their chrono and they have to have everyone here. They have to not get picked off. They have to play very conservatively until Cornell gets aggressive like that, pushes again. Then they need to make sure they have everyone that they need there to get the chrono. They need to get the hazes out. They need to get the macro pyre out. They need to get the sonic wave in to do definitive and quick damage to Cornell, take the heroes to make Cornell retreat, then make the best use of the space that they can. That is what Georgia absolutely must do here.
Yeah, I feel like they maybe should be looking for some smoke ganks whenever Chronosphere is up, because they haven't done that. Oh my god, Queen just gets soloed by Tinker in the top. Tinker has bought his blink there, so he was able to chase him down.
Cakes is going to find Moostrom as well. Now they're rolling in the back. Here comes the blast into 1. Something Genuine should be able to make it out of here with the Dark Rift. But another tower is exposed now. No backdoor protection on it at the moment.
Yeah, everyone is just falling individually. We had the Queen of Pain dying in the top, we had the Jakir dying in the jungle, and the Slar dying in the bot lane. Just right now, Georgia is kind of playing by themselves, not really much of a team. The reason for that, of course, is because they are behind on farm. They really feel like they need to catch up on farm, but they don't have the space to farm. And how do you make space to farm? You make space to farm by killing the opponents and warding properly.
And stopping their pushes.
Yeah. So I feel like looking for a smoke gank is probably a smart idea with this Faces Boy, who did get his level 2 Chronosphere just now and is up. And they are really desperate for kills right now. And then use that space to ward up defensively, and so you can react properly when the enemies invade your jungle. It looks like they're going to continue their push in the mid lane. There was a smoke that was just popped.
They're going to immediately run into people. Jake going to try and go in aggressively. Instead, at least one Ethan Ice Blast. That's Jake. Jake has to be careful now. Getting chased down. Oh, he drops the chrono behind him, but they don't have anything here. Sonic Wave, and they Macro Pyre doing a ton of damage, but they haven't claimed any kills yet. Cakes and Rabbit are making their way. They've got the healing ward as well. Now the fight goes on to the rest. Are they too far behind? Scar goes down as well. Even gonna fight Moostrom. What was supposed to be their initiation, their start. They had the skills that they needed, but not able to finish off any kills in time.
Yeah, that was just a little too tragic. They're just so short, right? That was like 50 health short from killing the Tusk, and like 100 health from killing Juggernaut. And then, you know, Juggernaut does what he does best: back off, healing ward, heal his entire team, come back in as if nothing happened. And that's what net lead does. That's what net worth lead lets you do, is just having that few levels and items ahead of you. The opponent means you can turn fights around like that. And that was so unfortunate because that was another great Chronosphere. We have been seeing good Chronosphere so far, but just not in the right times. Because they did smoke up and they got their smoke popped right away. They tried to go with the Faceless Void. The play was really awkward. He got ice blasted up, and then he got rolled in, so he just needed to use the Chronosphere. And I thought they may have had a chance with a Sonic Wave coming in, but just too short. Just a little too short.
Yeah, I don't think Billy was able to get any hazes off at it. He just wasn't in the position. That's the difference between the dead Juggernaut and the not.
Yep, no, for sure.
Cornell gonna go find their first Roshan of the game, taking it down quite quickly.
Yeah, they had a double damage on the Juggernaut.
Sorry, not Crest Base. What do they got on here? The Solar Crest picked up by a rabbit.
Yeah, the Medallion Courage. It's just so perfect timing. You win a team fight, and then you run over to a Roshan pit, see a double damage right lying there, and you know Ice Frog wants to win the game.
Thank you, Ice Frog, for this sign. Scar could get found here immediately. They're gonna be able to roll in, get the Walrus Punch as well. She's blinking out. Oh, they haven't got vision on her yet. Ice Blast comes in. They know she's somewhere around here. Another blink, and Scar should be fine to TP away.
18k network lead right now, and it is approaching that.
The points, as we call it.
Yeah, the trench which you cannot overcome. We like to say it's a 1k net worth lead per minute, and at that point, I don't think I've ever, from games I casted, ever seen a comeback that huge. But
unfortunately, I've tried looking up what the highest net worth per minute lead ever overcome was, but I could never find information on that. There's plenty about, you know.
That's a very specific, data. But right now, they haven't lost any of their high ground towers. They're about to lose their final outer tower in the top, wisely not defending it. Sherm is level 10. He maybe should go back here to be able to support with that macro pyre to be able to stop the push, but only Underlord right now in the base so far. I don't like this. It's just taking free damage to the tower.
Yeah, Cakes is gonna have no problem putting it as much as he wants. Oh, Solar's gonna jump in and find Mushroom. Here comes the split, the initiation, throwing a boulder right in. AA Blast comes in, not gonna hit onto something genuine, but they've already flexed their muscles and shown you can't do anything about this. When it's in the tower, they will go. Cleaning it up pretty quickly. A fortification is used, but without a huge chrono here, they're not going to be able to defend it too well. They get up tier 3 and back up very wisely, knowing that Faceless Void is here. They could get chronoed at any minute.
That was just really slow reaction time for Georgia. They were knocking on their front door, and they knew because they just took their tier 2 in the top lane, and only person that was there was Underlord, and it took very long time for everyone to come in. Like, we fair laning, if you are playing with a Faceless Void and you're high ground defending, you gotta make sure to have everyone there, because just having the presence of your entire team there might be enough to scare the other team from pushing effectively. Because if they don't be careful, they'll only eat a Chronosphere and might lose everyone.
So Faceless Void picked up a Mask of Madness as well. I am always a bit wary of both the Mask of Madness and...
Oh, they smoked under a ward, by the way, just now.
Yeah, they did. So Cornell is going to know this is coming.
Yeah, this isn't going to work unless there's a big blunder. But yeah, Mask of Madness, Battlefield, just saying it. They're both, like... Yeah, one's a super aggressive item and one's a farming item, but thankfully Mask of Madness can be used to farm quite effectively as well.
And it does complement the Battle Fury wall farming as well. Oh, and the time lock, yeah.
So it's a good item for Faceless Void. Well, unfortunately, the thing is, to be Battle Fury to be effective, you need to have space and control of your jungle, which they do not have right now.
Yeah, and if he eats a bunch of marches inside of his own chrono again, these items are not going to be helping him.
Yeah.
Alright, here comes the stun forward on the Tusk. That's going to get stunned up. The Omni Slash is coming out right now. They clean up the Jakiro. Mushroom is out. Snowball coming in. It's going to hit onto Faceless Void. Faceless Void taking a ton of damage. He's not enough time walk that damage. Something Genuine is trying to make his way away. A Dark Rift? No! He even pops the Shrine to not die there, but he's going to get blown up and crit. Once again, these crits coming out from both Cakes and the Beast, the Brewmaster. Cakes and Solar.
Yeah, that just felt desperate there for Georgia. They weren't under the smoke. They knew they were coming from a mile away, and then they just kind of walked in.
Oh, Brewmaster comes in aggressively. He finds Billy, and Star is gonna have to TP out of there. Mr. J comes in and he gets a big chrono, but there's no one here to help. He's gonna get caught up with Stroke Panda throws him in the air. Now getting chased up, trying to run away, but he's just locked in place with the stuns.
I think that's going to be game. I don't know how they'll come back from this kind of lead.
Yeah, we just crossed 26k net worth lead at this point. 25 minutes in, DG gets called for Georgia Tech. They're gonna end it early, regroup, and hit hard in game number 2.
Yeah, they just feel like they just got off the wrong foot there. That doesn't even feel like, you know, a huge outplay. Maybe it was a draft loss there. Their lane just could not stand up to